So a cartoon stan went crazy and made threats toward a cartoon voice actor. It must be a Tuesday. Or
I was going to
Wednesday.
say this is not new, but it's awful every time.
Yeah, we're going to talk about this horrible incident that happened with Ashleigh Crystal Hairston, who's the voice of Hazel and the new Fairly OddParents, which obviously I haven't watched. I don't care one way or another about the show, but we do talk at length about the insanity in and around the animation scene. And, this is just another example of people being really freaking creepy when it comes to cartoons and people who work in the industry. So let's talk about that. Before we get into it any further, please subscribe for more pop culture news, views, and rants. Guys, you'll get woohoo if you do.
Woohoo!
This is Kneon. I am here with Geeky Sparkles.
Hello.
This is CLOWNFISH TV, and this is the channel that pisses off a lot of these kinds of people, which explains why we get the disproportionate amount of hate, I think, that this channel gets because of the size of the channel. Like, we're not a huge channel.
No.
But anytime we go anywhere near cartoon stuff and we're critical of cartoon stuff, these kinds of people crawl out of the woodwork. Mm-hmm. They run out to Reddit. They run out to private forums. They write whatever. And, we're going to give you a little bit of a glimpse into the just absolute insanity of these people. So this is coming from the Tribune. Fairly OddParents voice actress shares chilling fan threat over animated character obsession. A voice actress behind a popular animated character has revealed a disturbing message from a fan who believes he is romantically involved with the character she voices.
Yeah, that's creepy.
Raising concerns about online harassment and safety. The voice actress who voices Hazel in the Fairly OddParents New Wish, part of the long-running Fairly OddParents franchise, shared a threatening email on her Instagram. In the message, the sender claimed that the universe had destined him to be with the character and warned of consequences if she continued to interfere.
How she interfered was there was she makes a shipping comment where she shipped it with the wrong person or something, and that's his wife. So that, I don't know, the whole thing's nuts.
This has happened so many times with the shipping,
yes.
The shippers. They take over these fans. I wish I knew the psychology behind this, and this is a whole topic in and of itself. Like, why on the Venn diagram of crazy, why is it that cartoons, comic books, anime, any kind of kid-friendly escapist entertainment tends to attract the biggest group of legit mentally ill people?
I don't know if that's true.
And we've got another story which is horrifying, and this is why, people are like, why do you get so ass mad about people following you or doxing your family or I'm like, because I know how these people are. Like we've been
not liking She-Ra or the Masters of the Universe Revelation show got me put on a page with a grape survey about it.
There was a guy, not even kidding, and this guy actually works in the geek media now, which is just absolutely disgusting. There was a guy who constantly harassed Geeky over He-Man for years because he was pissed off about the Kevin Smith situation. And this guy works in the media covering this stuff, which is just astounding that anybody would let him do that because I'm sure it's not just Geeky that was harassed.
Well, somebody had to go to Mattel and say something.
Yeah, somebody had to go to Mattel and
I'm pretty sure he did and then now he leaves me alone. So
But people were pushing back against him, and he literally flashed his gun license on Twitter to prove he had a firearm. And I'm like, holy shit. I mean, so when we see
literally,
stuff
because
like
I didn't like the revelation.
Yeah, just over a damn cartoon toy line. Again, grown-ass adult making threats like that over a cartoon toy line thing. So that, this totally tracks, and we've seen it. We're not getting as much pushback as we used to. I'm going to knock on
thank
wood
God.
here. But we haven't been covering animation as much as we used to. And honestly, the animation that attracts these kinds of people, like that Tumblr era animation, it's waning, and a lot of these people have moved on or moved out.
Well, that's just what they do. They obsess about it as their and here's the problem, because they can't separate reality from fiction. That to them is their person. That to them is them. Like if a character has similar characteristics of them, that's them. And if you don't like a show with that character, you are personally insulting and offending and hate them, and they can't separate the two, and it's a big problem.
And they've gone after, I mean, here's the thing, it's like nobody's off limits. They've gone after showrunners, they've gone after the creators of these shows, like wishing death on them.
They didn't give them the right ship or whatever.
They didn't give them the right ship. I just covered it with what was it? Digital Circus, the creator of Digital Circus. Now, what's weird about that is like, it's not even like, oh, we hate this person because of this reason or that reason, whatever. Because I think it's Gooseworks is the creator. Gooseworks, I'm pretty sure, is trans and is on the right side of history and all that shit. But Gooseworks didn't give them the ship they wanted or didn't give them the answer they wanted and actually left Reddit over it because these people are so damn toxic. Right. So, I mean, it doesn't even matter. It's not like, oh, we're going after the right wing chuds or we're going after the straights. No, it's like literally anybody that does anything with a cartoon show that they even created. It doesn't matter. These people are crazy. So here's her post. This is a private message she got. Ashleigh, the last time I sent you a message, you ignored me. I really did not appreciate being discarded like that. So I will try to reach out to you again. You do not have to respond. Well, you just got done saying she ignored you. But I implore you to at least listen to what I have to say. I'm going to assume you did not read the DM I sent you, but on the off chance you did, I apologize for using racial slurs. Damn!
So he admits he used racial slurs in the messages he sent.
So I'd like to reiterate that I am completely in love with Hazel. A child character, by the way. It's a child character. I just, whatever. She's perfect in every way. To say I'm in love with her is honestly an understatement. She is the love of my life. The universe itself has told me that Hazel is my soulmate. And who are you going to go against? God? What I'm trying to say is that to see you, Hazel's voice actress and co-creator, ship Devzol, broke my heart. She's my wife, and I love her more than anything. God hates you for getting in the way of Hazel's and my love. Soon you will feel the universe's wrath. Holy shit. This needs to go to the FBI. This needs to go to the police. Hazel is mine and mine alone. I think Nickelodeon would disagree with you, but okay.
I agree. Yeah, I agree to Nickelodeon disagree.
I love her and she loves me. I will never forgive you for the hurt you have caused. I suggest you take down all the Devzol posts you made, the interviews mentioning it, and stop shipping them if you want a peaceful life. Holy God almighty.
I'm not even surprised by this. This doesn't surprise me. Like, you should see some of the shit we've got. Like, people actually put pictures of our kids up and they were making fun of their kids and stuff because we didn't like a cartoon they liked.
Yeah, I mean, these people are unhinged, and then they try to like the mental gymnastics they do to justify this level of hatred toward showrunner. It's insane, but it's 9 times out of 10, it's the shippers. And they're just like, I'm sorry, it's fucking toxic, and it's cartoon shows. It's always cartoons. Right? These people are, and I don't know.
Raylo's pretty bad too. But
yeah, but it's a fantasy. It's sort of in the same lane, right? When you're dealing with fantasy
to be
stuff.
Comics, cartoons, video games, somewhere in that trifecta.
So here's, this person here. I love life, but we need some people dead. We're not talking about the actress.
I'm not saying people should be killed, but I'm just saying people should definitely seek help.
What gets me about this, though, I think, is that they'll come after commentators who are not wishing physical harm on anybody. Just like, hey, we didn't like the show. We didn't like this. We didn't like that. We definitely don't like the fandom because of shit like this. They'll attack those people. But you've got weirdos out there, like your own people, making literal death threats against the people working on the shows. And somehow we're worse. Make that make sense for me.
Yes.
Make that make sense for me. Because that is like breaking the law. So, they're bringing up in the comments on this, they're bringing up Randy Stair. Randy Stair was a very unfortunate situation back in 2017 in Pennsylvania at a Wise Market.
I remember this happening. I didn't know what the reason was, but I do remember this happening.
I don't know if the media really touched on the reason. We're just like, oh, wow. Somebody got shot at a Wise in Pennsylvania. And I'm pretty sure I've been to that Wise before because I used to travel around that part of the state. And I'm like, I think I've been to that one before. But he was 24 years old. He worked at a supermarket and he shot and killed 3 employees, his fellow employees. But here's the reason why, according to Wikipedia. And I'm sure there have been tons of videos on this whole situation. It was over Danny Phantom. The
yeah,
guy,
people are obsessed with Danny Phantoms. I've heard people being obsessed with that one before.
I can't like it. I don't get it. But yeah. So he was known online as Andrew Blaze. He was employed at the Wise Market supermarket for 7 years in Dallas, Pennsylvania. Prior to carrying out the shooting, this is coming from Wikipedia, Stair maintained a significant online presence primarily through his YouTube channel, Pioneers Productions, which he started in 2008, initially featuring short sketches in a collaboration with Ray William Johnson. By 2014, citing depression, he shifted direction to launch the animated series Ember's Ghost Squad, inspired by Ember McLean from Danny Phantom. Stair worked with a group of animators and voice actors in developing the series. He managed 9 Twitter accounts based on the series' characters, where the accounts carried on conversations with each other, and he uploaded the stuff to Mediafire. Stair began to have suicidal ideation after learning about McLean's death from arson, again, a fictional character, and claimed in one of his videos that McLean wanted him to commit murder because her ghost squad needed more souls. This is a fictional cartoon character. Okay. Stair had felt disconnect from reality with beliefs he doesn't belong in the world, and his series characters are real. He had consistently expressed his desire to be with the series characters, especially one named Mackenzie West, who he believed to be his soulmate. He believed he would join with them upon his death. Stair had his views, most of his views during later part of his life. He wrote in his journals he hated making friends, which he would be done with making friends. He despised the human race. He wanted to kill as many people as possible. He also had gender dysphoria, which he described as having a female soul trapped in his body.
See, this sounds to me like a lot of it, though. When you hear the stories about the AI psychosis and people killing themselves and stuff like that, these are the kind of people I think that are going to fall into that quicker. It sounds very similar in a lot of things he's saying. That I'm gonna go be with that character if I die, and all this other stuff. There's a lot of things I'm seeing overlap between this and AI psychosis.
Yeah, it goes on and on and on, but
We don't have to read the whole thing.
No,
we get the
but
gist.
just basically, this guy had a lot of other issues, and his issues got transposed onto a cartoon show. The thing is that, I mean, I wasn't joking when I said on the Venn diagram of crazy, there are a lot of other issues usually that get intermingled with the whole conversation around animation, the animation industry, series, standom, shippers, all this stuff. It's just all like really animation stands. I'm using it as a pejorative. I'm not talking about just your average animation fan. I'm talking about like these obsessed people. It is literally the worst fandom out there. Like I've never seen
like
this.
I said, they personally like they either like emotionally the guy that in the article with the email to the lady, he's emotionally attached himself to a character. You have that end of it. You have the people that like literally think it's their personal representation and everything has to be just like them. And if you make fun of it in any way, you're mocking them.
Yeah.
If you don't love it, you don't love them and you hate them, even though that's not what it is. And then you end up with, disassociative type situations like this.
Yeah, and I've seen so much craziness in the YouTube space and in the comic space, and it really is. And I wish I knew. I wish I knew what the phenomenon was or where it came from. That these fandoms tend to attract people like this.
I'm sure there's a name for it if you look and all that.
I'm sure there is. I'm just too lazy to look.
Because it's too widespread for it not to be. I am 1,000% sure they've already done studies on it.
But I don't know if it's because you're dealing with fantasy, you're dealing with characters that. So part of the appeal of the design of animated characters, especially in like a kids animated series versus like an anime series, is because the characters their design is so simplistic. There is a phenomenon where we tend to transpose ourselves onto a character that's basically a blank slate.
Yeah, but most people have like a healthy, way of doing that, or like I relate to that. That's not the same thing as literally this character's alive and it's me, or this character's alive and they're my wife.
Yeah, it's just I don't know. I'm sure we'll get some comments on this video. Hey, if you work in psychology and you know what this phenomenon is, and you can explain why so many of these people are attracted to, drawn to the animation industry, no pun intended. It's like drawn to insanity. Please clue me in, because we've noticed it, and we used to kind of laugh about it, but I've seen too much over the years. I'm like, yeah, this is like, these people are just crazy. There's one guy I know on X who, and I don't want to put a target on him, but he used to work in the animation industry, and he's got this obsessed stalker that just keeps creating old account after old account after old account, and this guy's been stalked for like 8 years now.
Damn.
Like, it's crazy.
We've had them write showrunners, and didn't one person try to put razor blades in like something that cookies for showrunners?
Yeah, I can't remember
needles or something. I forget what it was.
I can't remember what it was, but they tried to give them brownies with like needles or something in it. I can't remember if it was a showrunner or somebody did a comic strip or whatever.
Showrunner, but anyway.
Yeah, and I'm like, hey,
worked on the show.
If you ever run into us at a convention and offer us brownies or cookies, I'm gonna tell you, no offense, but I'm not going to eat one because I don't know what's in it, right? Because I don't know what your motivation is. It's wild. We see it with the voice actors. I'll be honest, I don't think the Vic Mignogna situation would have blown up the way that it did had it not been associated with animation.
Well, the thing about that, too, is like there are people making accusations that they themselves got busted for doing the same things later. But I could tell you for a fact we were at anime conventions, some of them, and I'm like, you guys did the same things. But anyway.
Oh, yeah, it's a free for all. So, yeah, this is coming from DeviantArt, so whatever. But somebody made a list here of some of the worst fandoms. Disney content fandoms. I agree with that. And that includes DuckTales, the new DuckTales, Kim Possible, Lilo and Stitch, Recess, American Dragon, Jake Long, Toy Story, Cars, Phineas and Ferb, Gravity Falls, Star vs. a Force of Evil. Yeah, all these shows, they have their own paragraphs. The newer shows.
By the way, it was a time when these fan artists that was Cookies with Needles.
Oh, is that who it was? Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, and then they get into weird, like, bitch slapping feuds online. Like, people get into fights over shit, and then it becomes, like, it gets weirdly personal. We see it in comics, like the whole comics situation. People are just, it's fucking comic books, right? And they're everything is so deathly serious. I mean, you can't even say something sucks or doesn't suck, or you're backing this person or that person. It's so stupid. Gravity Falls. Pedophilia, Pinecrest, Rabid Dipper.
We don't have to read all that, but like Star versus the Force.
Owl House, that doesn't surprise me at all. Amphibia, The Ghost of Molly McGee. These newer shows, especially the ones that I would call them ship bait. These Tumblr shows that are ship bait. I think they're designed specifically to appeal to that audience. And there might be a lot of people that watch it for those reasons, and they tend to be rabid fans, but you get everything that comes with it. If you appeal to that audience, you're going to get everything that comes with it.
Yep.
And
would they hit the She-Ra on the list?
They probably did. Here's Cartoon Network. They're talking about, let's see here. Flintstones, Animaniacs, Dexter's Lab, Powerpuff, Ed, Edd and Eddy, I know. Speaking of Ed, Edd and Eddy, and speaking of cartoons, one of the earliest examples of Rebecca Sugar's art online, she's a showrunner on Steven Universe, and I think they pulled it down, but it was actually on Cartoon Brew. She had Ed, and Eddy, who are underage boys, making out with each other.
I thought it was worse than that, but anyway.
It was
Teen Titans, Samurai.
It was like third base at least. Okay.
I want to see if they have She-Ra on here.
Total Drama. Let's see, Ben 10.
Total Drama. I didn't know.
Camp Lazlo. Basically every damn cartoon ever. Regular show. Adventure Time, definitely. Clarence, definitely. DC. Okay, Nickelodeon. Let's see. They have Netflix? There should be a whole section on Netflix. Basic Blue's Clues. UK Adult. Simpsons. American Dad. Rick and Morty. Oh, yeah.
So She-Ra people were like terrible.
Has been. Absolutely. Anime. Do they not have Netflix? I don't think they have Netflix.
Doesn't matter, but I'm just saying I thought it'd be on there.
Nintendo.
We're not going through this
Voltron. Here we go.
I knew Voltron. Yeah. Oh,
She-Ra. There it is.
She-Ra's underneath it. Yeah.
Oh no, we're in this She-Ra fandom. Nostalgia purist, irrationally hate reboot counterpart.
That's not what happened. That's not what happened. It wasn't one. It was. That's bullshit. Who wrote this list? Yeah, it's on DeviantArt. That's all we need to know. No, that's not what happened.
SJW, feminists and propaganda, shipping wars. If you say She-Ra, especially the reboot, isn't that great? You're gonna have a bad time. That is actually. I've noticed that the She-Ra fandom though, they tend to move on. Like they tend to move on to whatever the new show is.
People like that, yeah, they just move on to the next one. Like they already were off on to something else. Like a year later. They just move from one to the other. Whatever's the hot new thing, and they ship that for a while and do fan art and scream and control it.
My Little Pony, zoophilia everywhere. Rabid bronies and pedophilia. Oh my God.
We didn't really have much trouble with it until, like, no offense, like the brony thing happened. But, you know. I
think that was kind of, I don't know. It's so weird. Like, again, somebody please enlighten me as to why we have that might be a deep dive video we do sometime. Like, I'm gonna try to look into it and be like, okay, what the fuck is up with cartoons and why the fuck are these people so fucked in the head? That's gonna be the title of the video, and it's gonna get demonetized. You
can't do that.
Don't write letters like this to voice actors or anybody. It's weird, man. It's weird. Get help. We're gonna wrap it up.
Yep.
Please subscribe. We'll talk later.
Bye.